So today Saturday, right? So we have to discuss about the some problems, right? So some assessments. So yesterday I have given these problems. So in our system, see here, some data got stuck here. In our system, we have some data got stuck here. You can see. So this data got stuck here systems. So 29th. So last couple of days onwards, some last couple of days onwards, our data is getting stuck in the system. In the production also, we will get the similar type of issues in the real time. So that time, so what we have to do here, what investigation you guys are performing, that is what customer so will look like, right? So what investigation, anyone checked this one? After I messaged in the group, anyone checked this transactions, the stuck messages and the dialogue response time? Let me show here. The dialogue response time is very high in the system. If you go total day wise, so we have the day wise, weekly wise, monthly wise generated. Okay, on particular day 29th, you see there is a high response time. High response time. High response time. This is a high response time. I want a reason why the high response time occurred. At what time we have the high response time? Which users this got affected? So 28, if you see, less. 30, if you see, it's very less. See here, very less. So first, it's very less. 27th, 27th is less. So we have see. So why this got occurred? So if you ask me what I will do here, I will just select what is the response time here. Okay, this is a response time. So I'm not going to investigate in the 29th one. Why? Because that's your duty to investigate and to provide the resolution. What caused it? So and everything that you have to investigate it. Then I will go to the so transactional profile here. In the transactional profile on 28th, so what exactly the steps are happened here? So I will filter it out. So here there is a one batch job. The CCMS batch job is caused the issue. Then who executed this batch job? The basis user executed the batch job. That is the reason this much of response time is taken. Okay, the average total response time. This is the one, but average your response time. This is the response time. How many CPU time, DU time, so DB time, so GA time, all the times are occurred. Then what is the next transaction? It took the longer time. So this transaction is less took the longer time. Next batch job was only. So then you can see all the things are here. So all the things are here. So you need to find out. I want to like timelines in which time. So like in the day 7 to 8 hour, so the following period, so we have the these are the reports are executed, these are the transactions are happened. This took the longer time. So that I can tell who asked my question, this question I can immediately I can send these screenshots and I can tell, okay, this is the job, is the user, and this is the time interval which caused the this issue. Like that I can inform to that who asked me question like why on 28 this average processing response time is very high. That is you have to investigate it. Okay, that is your assignment. So and one more thing is for one more issue we have. So transactions got stuck here. Okay, this is what very highly important transaction is about. So in the production also, if you get this type of issues, definitely they will raise a P1 case, P1 ticket, high priority, right? Production transaction stuck means it's a very so priority, business priority. So you have to treat our system as a production. As I'm telling, right? You need to perform the daily monitoring, and also as you perform the daily monitoring, then you would have identify these issues in the initial starting itself. In the 29th itself, you would have identified these issues. So we have not performed anything from the 29th onwards. That is the reason you can see every day the transactions are getting stuck here. Suppose if I process the transaction, how to process the transaction? Who is the caller here? So select this one. What is the target system here? This is the target system here. Just to go to the here. So there is a execute LUW. If you execute LUW, that is failed, right? You got the failed. Why this got failed? You have the answer here. You have the answer already here. Then how to fix this one? Something is does not exist. How to fix that one? So you have to fix this one. I want everyone should process all these transactions. Okay, in the real time also we may face these issues. So I want you to process all these transactions. How you want to process, how you want to fix the error also I showed here. So then I want you to fix that error, process all these transactions. Okay, that's two are the your assignments for today. So yeah, okay, so that's for the assignment perspective. Okay, let's move on to our topic. Okay, so our kernel upgrade, kernel patch, or kernel upgrade. You want to go for the new topic, or will you guys fix the existing issues? How you want to go? Anything, anyone? You want to go for the discuss the new topic, or will you guys fix the existing topic, existing issues?
New topics.
Oh, sorry, Bhaskar, I didn't understand.
New topic.
Okay, got it. That's fine. Okay, so but you guys please fix it. Why? Because in the real time also you may face this type of issues. Response time, system slowness. Users are unable to log in. Dialog response time is very high. Background jobs are running from long time. So these many issues you may face it. So, okay, so that's what you need to investigate it. Okay, so yeah, let's park that one. So let's discuss about the our new topic, kernel patch or kernel upgrade. So what is this kernel patch or kernel upgrade? What is mean by kernel? Anyone idea what is mean by kernel? What is mean by kernel, and in which locations these kernel files are exist?
It consists of binaries related to everyone.
Excellent, excellent. So in which locations these kernel files are exist?
/usr /sap/sid/sys. There we can see the kernels.
I can only, you can in the sys and the exe, that is fine, one location. What about the other locations? Okay, so the kernel directory, that is the reason file system paths we discussed. During the file system path, we have the exe directories. Exe directories are exist in the three locations. One is the global exe directory or global kernel directory that is available in the /usr sap sid. Okay, sid, sys and exe. Under the exe we have the, so sys exe we have the kernel files are exist. This is the global. It is applicable for the all application servers and so application instances. So next one is the local exe folders. Local exe folders, which is mean like /usr sap sid d instance number, then /exe. And one more thing is like and usr sap sid/ascs and instance number /exe. Okay, these are the three locations our kernel files are exist. Okay, so this is the local. Local means So dedicated to the each and every application server instance. This is the application server instance, exe. This is the message server, NQ server means ASS related exe. So this is the global exe. This is the global exe. Global means combination both all entire system SID. It is applicable for the ECCXE. All are same. Again, all are same, but it is available in the three locations. This is the first question they may ask you during the interview. Can you tell me the which locations the exe files are exist? Okay, so they have to tell like answer like this is the so global exe, local exe directory. So what is mean by this kernels? So kernel means the set of files actually. So during the installation time, we will download the kernel directories. So my installation is done in the long back, maybe 2 years back, 3 years back, 1 year back, 10 years back. Then after that, are you updating your kernels latest levels? Yes or no? No. Then how to update these kernels? Yeah, there is a specific documented procedure we have to follow for updating the kernel. Then first of all, how to check that the kernel is the installation done by the so long back one person is done it. Then after that, so we are not sure what is the current kernel version. How to check the current kernel version? Okay, how to check the so the kernel version in the system? So two ways we can check the kernel version. Two ways we can check. Okay, so these questions are very important questions. Okay, if you want to take a note, you can take a note, or if you want to remember, you can remember it. Okay, always like I will take a note actually. If anyone not telling, I will forget immediately. So what I can do, I can take a note in the so in separate page or separate in my notebook. Okay, so that is what I will do actually. In two ways we can check the kernel. One is the if you go to the SM51, there if you see the release version, there we can check the kernel directory. Otherwise, at OS level, operating system level, with SID ADM, if you type like so this plus work command, this command will give the current kernel version. Okay, let's see how to check. Why? Because if you want to plan your upgrade, kernel upgrade or kernel patch upgrade, so then definitely we should check the current version, right? Without checking the current version, how can we go where to download the latest patches, right? Then if you go to the system, then SM51, in the SM51, if you go to the release notes, in the release note, you can see this is your kernel, SAP kernel release. And what is the patch level we have? 1100. 1100 is the patch level, kernel patch level we have. 1100 is the kernel patch level. So 1100 is the kernel patch level. 753 and 1100. 753 and the patch level is the 1100. So what is this 753 and what is this patch levels? Okay, so we have the kernels like 749 major releases, 753, okay, 777 and 787 and 787. So 788, I guess. I think this is also latestly available for the S4HANA systems. These are the available. So these are the major releases. So under this relay, I don't want to go for the 777, 787, 788. So I want to within the major release, so there is a patch levels. I don't want to go for the release version, release upgrade. Just I want to update the patch. Then in this case, we have the patch levels. Suppose like it starts with 100, 200, 300, 400 till so 1000 and then 1100. So something like maybe tomorrow 1200, maybe day after tomorrow 1300. So like that they will start releasing the kernel versions. So combination of all these patches are called the release. Is the father, this all are the sons, right? So all are the sons. So why SAP is releasing these kernels? Why they are increasing the versions? So in the long back when we were discussing that time 1000 patch level is released, now 1100, maybe 12 or tomorrow 1200 they release it. Why? What is the purpose of releasing the patch levels? Anyone idea? Maybe I will put this way. In your mobile phone, maybe every week or every month you are getting the mobile updates, right? Mobile updates you are getting means your version is changing to the higher your version is changing. So within the same Android version 9 or 10, we have the 8.12, 8.13, 8.14, 8.15, like that sub version is changing. Instead of changing the major upgrade, Android 8 to Android 9, Android 9 to Android 10, Android 10 to Android 11, you are getting the in between. You are getting the small updates. You are getting. So why you are getting the small updates in your mobile phone? Anyone can jump in.
To fix the bugs in the operating.
Yes, right, exactly. Excellent, guys. Yeah. So in existing version, if you have some bug, okay, so they will not fix in the same version. Actually, he will fix in the different. He will fix it, and he will name it as the so separate version. Actually, separate version. They will really he will name it as per the standard. He will fit it. So that is the reason the guys who are facing the issues in 1000, they need to upgrade to the 1100. The guys who are facing in the 1100, they need to go to the 1200. So like that, we need to upgrade our kernel versions to so higher patch level. Why? Because kernel is the main. So if the kernel is the OS level binaries are okay, then our system is will continue to run. If the binaries are creating the problem, it is having some bugs, then what will happen? Your system is not stable. You may face the issues, sudden corruption, and restart. SAP system restart. Some functionalities may not work. That is the reason. Always we have to go for the latest version of the kernel. So that is the kernel versions. So we can check these ways. So we have the current version is the this is our. So what are the pre-work we have to do before we do the kernel upgrade? So kernel pre-steps. What are the pre-steps we have to do? These are the all are the pre-steps only. Okay. Check the current version. Check the current version of kernel. Then take the backup of so current exe directory, current exe folders. Then so once you take the backup, so then so then take the downtime, downtime of the runtime of the SAP system. Definitely you need to initiate a conversation with your customer saying that okay, downtime is required to perform the kernel upgrade. Why? Because kernel upgrade has to perform in the during the when SAP is stopped, so that weekdays we cannot stop our SAP system. Why? Because users will log in and they will practice. Only weekends only we have to perform this activity. So that is the reason. So we have to that is the reason we have to plan this kernel upgrade activity. So then download the latest kernels from service marketplace. Then check the free space at OS level. Why? Because it's an OS level activity you need to perform. Okay, these are the things you need to remember. And take the backup of the maybe take the backup of your exe directory, solid directory, profile and profile directories. Profile directory, take the backup of technology. We can put multiple pre-steps. The major steps are check the current version, take the backup of existing exe directories, download the latest kernels from the service marketplace, and move the kernel files to your application server level, app server level, and where SAP installed, you need to move to that location. It's the fourth step is the very important. That is the very important step actually. This is the main, but we added some other steps as well. Those are the very important. If you want to tell to some other what are the three steps means, download the latest kernels and move the kernel files to the application server level means that is not the correct one word answer, is not the correct answer. You have to tell like some other steps also you need to explain it. Okay, then download the latest kernel. This all we know. Check the current version. We know. Take the backup of the current exe folders means how to take the backup. Just copy the folder. Go to the CD, USR, SAP, ECP, sys, exe directory. Copy and take the backup of the other directory. Maybe other directory you can take it out. See, I'm taking the copy. Why? Because so I have taken the backup of the current exe directory as well. Why I have taken the backup means when you are doing the after the kernel upgrade, sometimes what happens, your SAP system it won't come up. Some issues with the kernel. That time what you have to do, you have already backup of the data is available, backup copy is available here, right? Then what you can do, you can replace this one to the this directory, latest to this one, so that so we have the kernel files are available, then we can roll back anytime the kernel upgrade fails. We can roll back. Roll back means we can go to the previous versions. That is what I have done for here. Okay, so then download the latest versions. Download the latest version. You can go click on the visit support portal, and then software downloads. So we need to check what is the latest available in the service marketplace. Okay, so go to support pack and patches by alphabetical index. Kernel means K for kernel, right? Just select the K. Then here you can just choose the ours is the 64-bit version. Definitely everyone using the 64-bit version only. But our release is the 753. See here, 753 is available, 754, 77. So 785, 789. Up to here we have available, but we are here only. So we can directly update to the 753 to 754 or 771. But so before you upgrading, so but our version should be matched, our NetWeaver version. The main thing is we cannot blindly go ahead and upgrade the kernels. So before upgrading the kernel, we have to do the some 3 steps as well. Suppose like, so if you are updating, download before, check the current version, and also take the backup of the existing kernel versions. Then take the downtime means you will inform. Then here we can add one more step like, so check the OS and your NetWeaver version. Check in a NetWeaver version. So it kind of check the kernel compatibility compatibility node. So which means kernel compatibility node. When you are checking this compatibility node, which will give the information like, so your OS version should be like this, and also NetWeaver version should be this version like that. It will give the information. So we have to add the one more thing. Then only you can download the all the patches and everything. So this is the very important. What are the pre-steps you will do before performing the kernel upgrade? So first of all, we need to check the compatibility. Then take the downtime backup. Everyone can do this one. But when you are telling these 4 and 5 steps, so they will satisfy with your answers. Okay. So where you have to tell like kernel compatibility. So that if you go to the here, check the what is the latest version is available. Ours is the Windows, right? Windows I selected here. So kernel means here we have the 4 files here. Kernel means we have the 4 files we need to download list. So 2 files are the kernel SAP exe, SAP exe DB. One is the database dependent, one is the database independent. See here, database independent. So here SAP exe is the 1200 version is there. Okay, we are in the 1100. Just to download this one. If we click it, that will be downloaded. See, that is getting downloaded. See here, that is getting downloaded. The next one is the SAP exe is the DB independent. The database is anything, which means you can download the one file. Second one is the DB dependent, which means SAP HANA database is our database. Then you have to download the SAP exe DB. So it's not like that I downloaded the database is the if you are updating the SAP exe means definitely you need to update the SAP exe DB as well. So kernel means combination of the these two files are called the kernel. Okay, one is the DB independent. So then second one is the DB dependent. SAP exe DB. So that is the DB dependent, DB independent files. Which files will you download from the service marketplace? One is the DB independent and the second one is the DB dependent files. You have to download it, right? DB independent files you have to download it. That is what we have to do that one. Okay, same way we are doing now. Okay, DB independent, DB dependent files we are downloading. See here, it is getting download. These two files mandatory we have to download it. Okay, that is what our step is telling like. So check the compatibility node, then download the compatibility node means when you go to the patch, every patch, so there is a note actually. Note means which version it should support. If you go to the here, we go to the here, if you go to the here, content information, in the content information or some there is a release note actually. In this release note, you will get the clear information. What are the so work preparation work we have to do that one. So okay, here it will give the information here. See here, this is the kernel version 753. The patch level is the 1200. When is the compiled? May 5th. Okay, so here, so data, what are the databases version? It will support it. What are the databases version? It will support it, right? What are the Windows platforms it is supported? So all this information it's written here. It's written here, and also your version is 749 or something like that. You want to update. So you want to 730, 720. You want to update to the 1200 means it's not possible. So SAP version should match it here. And also why they have released the 1200, what are the issues they have faced during the 1200, so that issues also they have fixed here. See here, there is a format error, there is some error ICPU consumptions. So because of these reasons, so crash during the trace file switch. Because of this reason, they have released the 1200 version. These all are the issues they have fixed in the 1200, the 1200 patch level. So 1100, 1200 patch level, they have all these issues are they have fixed it. So see here, this is the note actually. If you go to this note, you will see the some release information. Kernel, so release level 1200. What are the software component version should be? So here all the issues and everything here. So when you are updating, you need to cross check all these things. So you want to know what's the new in the patch level 1200. SAP recommend to use the latest patch level always. So in the download area, this node contains the list of the new features and release the 1100. So before, so important changes, what changes are happened in the 1200. So someone asked blindly, we cannot go ahead with the 1200. So before going with the 1200 patch level from 1100, you need to check the what are the new changes are happened, what are the new features are added, what are the new parameters are added, what are the changes, what are the known issues here. So if you after the upgrade, so what are the known issues will happen here in the patch level. So what are the incompatibility stack release. So all the information here they have listed. See here, all the things they have listed here, all the releases they have listed here. So always read the release note, in compatibility note or release note. You need to read it, download it. Then if everything is okay, then download it. Whatever we downloaded, we have downloaded. Then perform the kernel upgrade. So you have downloaded these two files, SAP exe and SAP exedb. You have downloaded. Here I will create one new kernel, new kernel 1200. That is what I have created the one folder. Here I have placed this one. Okay, I have placed one. Okay, then what next? You have downloaded, you have reviewed the kernel release note as well. Everything is fine. So you have downloaded, you have the downtime approvals, everything is in place. Everything is in place now. Now you need to ready to start it. So ready to start the work now. So what we have to do now? Okay, now actual steps we need to plan it now. So during the downtime, what we have to do now? During the downtime, what we have to do now? So during the kernel upgrade time, so these steps are very important. See here. So during the weekend, suppose kernel upgrade, kernel patch planned in the maybe weekend. So you need to log into the weekend. So log into the SID ADM. Okay. Then so extract the maybe before itself you can extract the SAP exe and SAP exedb SAR files. Then so stop the SAP system. Then fourth one, so replace the new kernel files into so existing exe directories. Then so check the kernel version. Okay, then sixth step, then start the SAP. That's it. Okay, so this is the way. First of all, we have to log in. Okay, I logged into the system. Then fine, so go to the kernel directory. Where is your new kernel? This is the new kernel. Then extract the new kernels. What is the command we have to use it for extracting the new kernels? SAP car -xvf, then SAP exe underscore 1200 star.sar file. That is the command, right? You have to use it. So that is what you have to use it for extracting the kernel files. Same command, I used it to extract it, right? I have extracted the kernel files. I'm extracting the SAP exe. So I'm extracting the SAP exe files. I'm extracting. See here. You have to tell the commands as well. Why? Because we already discussed multiple topics. You need to, if I ask the command, definitely you have to answer the commands as well. Here, how the one kernel file SAP exe creating the multiple files, multiple sub kernel directories and everything. Okay, so then next one is the SAP exedb. So make sure first you have to extract the SAP exe, then SAP exedb only, not the vice versa. Okay, so don't do that one. Maybe someone is asking you to confuse, or but you have to correct it as a basis consultant. First SAP exe, SAP exedb. What are the order? What is the order to extract the kernel files and everything? This is the order you need to follow to extract the kernels and everything now. So what next now? We have checked the current kernel version as well. So maybe if you use the displace work command, that will give the information. What is the displace work command means? So 753 1200 patch level. So 1200, sorry, this is the, so not the 1200, 1100 is the our current patch level, right? So we are upgrading to the 1100 to 1200. That is what we have seen in the 1100. Okay, see here, from source is the 753 1100. We are upgrading to the 1200 patch level. 1200 patch level we are upgrading. So that is our target. Okay, let me write it here. Source is the 753. The patch level is the 1100. 753. The patch level is the 1100. The target, the patch level we are going to 753 only. That patch level 1200 we are upgrading, right? This is the one we are doing the upgrade here. Okay, for this one we have extracted the all the kernels and everything. We have keep it ready. So during the downtime, what you need to do, you need to stop the SAP applications. You have to stop it. So we know how to stop the SAP, right? either the stop SAP command or SAP control command, or in the MMC, just to stop it. In MMC, just to stop the SAP. Why? Because when the SAP is online, we cannot perform the kernel upgrade. Why? Because so SAP, all the binaries, exe files are reading to this exe directory. This exe directory. So that is the reason. So we cannot do so this kernel upgrade when SAP system is on. That is the main thing here. They may ask you logics. So can we perform the kernel upgrade when the SAP is online? So that is the what we need to do. Okay. So just I'm stopping the your SAP system is fully stopped. Okay. So what is mean by DB independent DB? DB independent means SAP system. SAP is the our DB independent. Okay, means SAP exe. DB dependent means Sybase you need to download the that DB dependent related file, and also Oracle you need to download the Oracle dependent files. You need to download it. That is a depends upon the DB. So here you need that is what the DB independent, DB dependent. Okay. Here you need to stop the so the services as well. Stop, done. Okay, we have stopped the SAP completely. We have stopped it. We are ready with the downtime. So now copy the kernel files. This is a very important step, major steps. Okay, what we have done? Log into the SAD ADM, extract this file, stop the SAP system. Then this is the crucial step. Actually, this is a very important step. Replace the new kernel files into existing exe directory. Replacing means copy all. So we have like SAP exe also. We don't need those files. Uncheck. Okay, you have copy all these things. Okay, copy all these things. Then replace on the existing exe directory. Where is the existing exe directory? It's USR SAP, SID, sys, and exe. In the exe directory, you need to replace it under the NTADM. You need to replace it. Just Control V, so that the new kernel files will be copied here. New kernel files will be copied here. See here what it is doing here. Okay, here destination with the file name. Do you want to replace? Yes. So see, copy. So it's like a new kernels. It is copying to the existing exe directories. It is copying, which means whatever the in existing year, so it will be replaced by the new kernel files. New kernel files will be replaced here. Okay, done. Okay, kernel upgrade is done. Okay, new kernel files are replaced. So all will be changed to the latest to date modified and latest versions. All these binaries and the DLL files. Kernel upgrade is done. Then you need to start the system now, or check the versions here. You need to start the services. Maybe check the version once again. Go to the CMD. Maybe type like this plus what. So it should show like 1200 version. Right, you can see here 1200 version. Maybe if you are seeing or not, see here it is showing that 1200 version, which means our kernel upgrade is done. Maybe start the SAP system once. Just start. So after the kernel upgrade, start the SAP system. So sometimes we may face the issues after the kernel upgrade. So only one thing is, sir, our kernel directory is only available in the one location, but you placed the kernel directory in the global exe directory. So that is fine. Global exe directory, you placed it. What about the locals are? So local, you no need to copy actually. Okay, why? Because here it's very important. You need to do the kernel replacement on the sys exe directories only. Why? Because here there is a SAP CTE utility program. Utility program will copy the new binaries into existing exe, the local exe, existing exe, maybe local directories, exe, local directories. Okay, local folders. So you no need to do in the all the folders. What you have to do, just you need to, so SAP CPE, okay, CPE utility program. So this will copy. They may ask you questions, hundreds of questions they may ask you in this one. You are doing in the global directory or local directory? Global directory. Then how the local directories will be updated? So SAP CPE utility program will update internally. It will update it. That is the internal mechanism. It will update it. Internal mechanism that will update the binaries and everything here. That will update it. That will update the system and everything. See here, it's taking some time. It is taking some time. So it is taking some time and it is updating. Everything it will be updated. Okay, so it will update it here. Okay, so we have started. The system is started now. The system is started now. Now we can log into the system now. We can log into the system, validate the changes. We can log into the system and validate the changes. Let me log in. Here I am not configured. It's one of the important activity. Normally every 3 months once, or every 3 months once, normally we will perform this kernel upgrade activity and everything. Every 3 months once we will perform this kernel upgrade activity. Okay, let me log in now and validate the version. Now system is started, so there is no issues with the kernel upgrade procedure. Something you did wrongly, your entire system will not be started. Then go to the SM51. Then we check the release note. So check the version here. See here, previously it was the 1100, now it is the 1200. So which means we have kernel upgrade is done successfully. Then check the some post checks, like check the transaction SICK and some other transaction, batch jobs are running or not. Go to SM37, check our jobs are running or not, any fail. Sometimes after the kernel upgrade some jobs may fail. You need to check whether the jobs are running or not. So, and also are there any dumps in the system? So, and also in SM21, are there any critical errors in SM21 after the kernel upgrade? So all these checks you need to perform it after the kernel upgrade is completed, right? These are the entire procedure as part of the post steps. Once the kernel upgrade is done, you need to check this one. So one more important point to remember here is after the kernel upgrade is done, before starting the SAP, it is the Windows based, right? Windows. So we have done it with the SIDADM, we have replaced it. For especially for the Linux systems, just remember this word, like, so for Linux systems, everything is same, but before starting the SAP, before starting the SAP on the Linux machine, on the Linux system, Linux OS, so you need to execute the /SAP root.sh and SID script. Why? Because so this script will set the correctly set the permissions and groups and ICM sticky bytes, ICM sticky bytes. Okay, so ICM sticky bytes. So this is the main aim of the script. Okay, normally few guys in our team, they have attended the interview. So that they may multiple people they asked this question. So what is this SAP root.sh script, right? This will correctly set the permissions and groups and the ICM sticky bytes, right? For Linux based systems, before starting the SAP, you need to execute systems. Remaining steps are common for Windows and non-Windows. Only for Linux based systems, before starting the script, you need to execute the SAP root.sh script. You need to execute it for the kernel upgrade. Okay, so Windows it's not required, but only Linux it is required. The SAP root.sh script we have to execute it. So remember this one before starting the SAP. Okay, then start the SAP, perform the post checks and validate the versions and perform the post checks and the versions and everything. Okay, this is what you have to perform the kernel upgrade. Okay, so any questions from anyone? That's it for the kernel upgrade procedure. Very simple procedure. Things you need to remember, few things you need to remember. Okay, so any questions from anyone? So now what you have to do, what is your assignment? So you have the third assignment today. So first one, that the transactional RFCs, okay, TRFCs you need to investigate. And the second one, what is that? What we discussed with the second one? The the
Dialogue response time.
Dialogue response time is high, that you need to investigate on 29th what happened. The third one, so roll back the kernel or upgrade the kernel to the 1100. Degrade. So this is the upgrade. What you have to do? Degrade the kernel to 1100 version. So what you have to do? This is the assignment. These 3 steps you have to perform. You have the time, so you have to perform these 3 steps. Once your degrade is done, then again perform the upgrade to 1200. Same steps you have to follow. Okay, this is the your assignment for today. You need to complete all these steps. Okay, any questions? Let me know.